What's up, guys? Philip here, and I am back in the garage for a Saturday leg day, and I had a little bit of an epiphany while I was doing the voiceover for my last workout, that I can give you guys a lot more content in a shorter amount of time when I do this voiceover, just by cutting out the talking in between exercises. So I think I'll go back to doing these pretty consistently, and I am right now just working through some of the stretches that I do before leg day. My wife is out doing the bike while I am warming up, and she likes to leave our door to the kitchen open, and some of our animals have made their way out. You can see my cat Lucy there, but I am just doing some of my hip stretches. These are banded hip stretches that I've gotten from Squat University. Most of them from Squat University. Some of them I just kind of make them up on my own, but this one right here, you just kind of rock your knee in and out with that band up in your hip socket, kind of open up your hips through that internal and external rotation. There's just like a climbing stretch with that band pulling your hip even more so. I do this one to engage my glutes. So that band tries to pull you back, and that glute has to fire for you to stay upright. And this one I kind of do the same. It just kind of helps pull that hip back and work that glute as I kind of rock back and forth. But I did that on both sides of my legs, or both legs rather, and then just kind of did this stretch with a sumo stretch with a 45-pound plate as a counterbalance while I'm still kind of stiff, to really open up, try to kind of bounce around from side to side. Guys, my hips for the longest time were notoriously tight. I mean, they still are. You notice when I go down slowly like that, it is because I start hitting kind of like a tightness, but they have gotten miles better. To anybody who has very tight hips, who struggles with tight hips, I would say check out Squat University and do not give up. I didn't think I could get to parallel for the longest time. I didn't think it was physiologically possible, but as I'm doing these squats, you will notice a few differences kind of in my grip. Number one, I am grabbing much wider out on the bar, and I'm using what they call a Falcon Grip, so just 3 fingers and your thumb around the bar and the pinky under the bar. And both of those together for a bigger guy kind of takes away that shoulder immobility, if that's even a word, and helps you kind of keep a good thoracic position. And you'll see as I work up to 405, these were feeling fantastic today. I mean, y'all have seen me how 405 has looked here recently, but with the bar lower on my back, I kind of found the midline, the center of gravity for my body is kind of here, and it helps me to kind of tap into my hips and my legs a lot better, and the bar does not roll around on my back. As you can see, like even when they get tough, the bar doesn't try to roll up on my neck. So found a good position for me moving forward. That was 405 for 4. Incredibly happy with that. I haven't done that since before my surgery. So very happy with that. Went ahead and bumped down to 365. Wanted to get it for a quick set of 5. And so I did. Was not really in any doubt. I'm definitely doing like really low bar right now. It actually sitting like right on the top of my rear delt. You probably can't really see it very well, but this is definitely the strongest position for me to squat. I mean, bar none. If I don't do it, then the bar tries to roll up on my back or on my neck, and that's never good. So bumping down to 315, decided I would get a quick rep out set, and I'm very, very happy with this. I mean, a set of 8, pausing at the top was hard recently, but this was a constant tension set of 8. I'm never really felt in doubt. Really, really feel like I'm onto something here, guys. I think that this is really going to help kind of carry me to a better squat, a bigger squat. So next I moved on to some belt squat. Just working through, tried to keep my feet not super wide to hit my quads more, because I could definitely feel with those low bar squats more work in the posterior chain than I have been feeling. But working up here to kind of constant tension reps. This is 2.5 plates on each side. A pretty good load for me on that, and I decided to kind of go for a constant tension PR here. 2.5 plates with an extra 10 on each side. So went for 8. The last one tried to bury me, as you see right there. But we fought through it. Very, very happy with how that is feeling. So moving on, I did a slow eccentric set. Any of you guys, my guys, who have a belt squat, give this a try. Give this a try. Just a slow eccentric with a normal concentric will really, really fire those thighs up. I'm telling you. And go lighter than you think you need to, because by about rep 6, you're going to be feeling it quite a bit. But I went ahead and just went down to 2 plates on each side, and I worked for a set of 8 like this, with a slow concentric or a slow eccentric and a normal concentric. And that was a pretty good amount of work. While I still had the plates on the belt squat, I decided to use it for my calves today. I like to do this every once in a while, and so I had 2 plates on each side. I decided I would do just a couple of sets of single leg squat or single leg calf raises. Just did 12 on each side, trying to get a good stretch and a good flex at the top. So I did 3 sets of 12 on each side, and then I went ahead and just used both my feet and pumped it out for like sets of 50. So just showing you guys one. You see the cake in the back. Finally, that holiday ham decided to start doing something. Very, very happy with how this squat day went. But working through this, after that, all I did to finish this workout was a few sets of quads and hamstrings. Really, really like to pause at the top on this machine. I mean, that's where the heaviest load is, and I mean, that's where you're flexing the hardest. So I like to really get a good flex in between each rep on these, and I'm working my way up. 12 reps a set, 1 plate higher each time. So did 1 plate for 12, 2 plates for 12. Now I'm on 3 plates. I did that for 12 as well, pausing to get a good stretch, and I went ahead and worked up to 4 plates for 12 on the day. So this was a good burn. This was a really good load to use for this, and very, very, very happy to have this machine. I know I've said it on every single leg day that I've had since I got it, guys, but you can't replicate this movement super well with anything other than a dedicated machine. So very, very, very happy to have this to kind of burn out those quads and hamstrings. But did the same thing on hamstrings until I got up to my set with 4 plates. And then since I felt a little tenderness in that hammy, on Wednesday I decided to just do a set of, just regular reps with the 4 plates. So I'm just pumping them out here, but that is the workout, guys. Great one. I appreciate you guys. I love all y'all. Appreciate all the comments. And I will be catching you guys in the next one.